Today we are ceramic coating my 2024 Honda Prologue to produce these big, beautiful, hydrophobic beads all over the paint. So smash the like and the bell, and let's dive in. Starting with this. I've got the Avalon King strip soap prepped in a bucket, and we're going to remove all of the protectants and contamination that's currently on the paint with a light wash and clay bar. I've owned this vehicle for almost a year and about 10,000 miles, and I wanted to wait to ceramic coat it to prove that it's never a bad time to do a coating. And the strip soap wash and clay bar is necessary to get the area we're coating down to just the clear coat. Since we're doing the wash in the garage, and the vehicle isn't very dirty, which is why we can do this, I can rinse it with my steamer and a microfiber towel, also only because it's not very dirty to start with. And yes, all the soap will come off before the coating, because there's a few more steps between now and the coating process. I've got a 50-50 water and isopropyl alcohol mix that I'll wipe the paint down with next. This removes anything left over from the clay and the washing process. It isn't necessary, but we did wash the vehicle inside the garage without a high-pressure hose, and it's a quick step that can make my work on the next step easier, and that's the polishing. I've got a Rupes LHR21 Mark III Random Orbital with Ammo Exfoliate and an Ammo Waffle foam pad. And today we're coating with Ammo Reflex Pro 2, the most user-friendly ceramic coating that still gives professional results. From what I can tell, it's formulated for ease of use, and you've already seen the end results. Before polishing, I'll prep the pad. Professionals may tell me this is unnecessary or I'm doing too much of it, but again, it just makes my job easier and reduces the chance of damage. This is a light polish, so I'm not looking for perfection. I just want to cut the number of micro scratches down that my clay bar may have caused and reduce some of the small imperfections from the first 10,000 miles I've got on the car. Once I've got the pad prepped, it's 3 dots and a few blots on the paint and time to get to work. I'll polish small areas one at a time, then wipe them off with a microfiber towel. Then it's rinse and repeat all over the painted areas. Well, I'm not actually rinsing, but every panel or so I've got to blow out my pad to make sure I'm not contaminating the next panel with the material that I'm polishing off. I've got my Rupes set to speed 3, and I'm keeping an eye out for imperfections, but I'm not overly concerned. This isn't a paint correction, it's just an attempt to maximize the shine. The Prologue isn't a Ferrari or a Porsche either. The Prologue, in fact, funny enough, is mechanically identical to a Chevy Blazer EV and is built by General Motors. Polishing a car is literally the deepest rabbit hole you could ever go down when it comes to detailing and maintenance. You can polish a 75-year-old rust bucket, you can polish a $3 million McLaren. There are air compressor powered polishers, there are electric powered polishers, there are small ones and tall ones and powerful ones, and you can always polish by hand. In fact, I used to own a Fisker Ocean, and I performed that entire ceramic coating process by hand. I'll publish that video soon. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Once I've finished polishing, it's time for another 50-50 water isopropyl alcohol wipe down, and we are officially ready to coat the Prologue. The results look good, even on the plastics, and here's a look at the headlight. The fewer contaminants there are on the surfaces you're going to ceramic coat, the better chance the ceramic coating has of lasting long and performing better. I've got my Reflex Pro 2 and the included microfiber applicator. It's time to apply a few drops of coating and start my first area. I've probably over-applied here, but it's not going to hurt anything. That's because the Reflex Pro 2 is so user-friendly. I'll use my detail light to look for the rainbow, and then it's time to wipe off. The hardest paint to see a rainbow on is white, in my opinion, so here's what it looks like on some of the black trim. The rainbow can take between 30 seconds and 5 minutes to appear, meaning it's time to wipe it off, depending on temperature, humidity, and the product you're using. For me, it's about 55 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 13°C, and the humidity is just over 50%. The Reflex Pro 2 is so forgiving that you can coat multiple areas, then sweep back to wipe them down with your microfiber towel. Once I'm done with the application, I'll let the car sit for at least 24 hours, as the initial curing can take 24 to 48 hours. But 7 days to 2 weeks can pass before a coating is at its maximum strength. I typically apply ceramic coating to paints and plastics, but it can be applied to wheels and glass. But there are more specific coatings for each type of material. The non-shiny plastics that really react well to ceramic coating aren't really present on the Prologue, but that doesn't mean the shiny plastics aren't getting the same treatment here. Now let's see it in action. After the ceramic coating and 2 days of curing, I drove the Prologue to the Outer Banks and back, which for me is about 1,000 miles over Easter weekend. Here's what it looked like afterwards. Let's test the pressure washer on these bugs, which is the first telltale of a good ceramic coating. This is an 1800 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute Ryobi, and it's literally the cheapest one you can buy at Home Depot. very promising results. A good DIY ceramic coating should last about a year and should require not much more than water pressure and microfiber cloths to clean. So, here we are, full circle. These big water beads are exactly what we're looking for. I give the Ammo Reflex Pro 2 a 5 out of 5 and would highly recommend it for user-friendly, time-saving application. But it's not the only answer. You can get good results from much cheaper coatings. It's just that ease of use and the amount of time it will last may differ. And when you ceramic coat your car on your own, you don't need to polish it. I proved that with my Model Y a couple years back. You can check out that video here. This video has no sponsorships or affiliates, just my personal recommendations, and I would love your thoughts and questions down below. Definitely subscribe for more, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.